Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to talk about a comparison between HDFC Securities and Fyers. HDFC Securities is a bank-based stockbroker from HDFC Bank, while Fyers is a recently established discount broker of India. In this comparison, we will talk about company background, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage rates, exposure or leverage offered across segments, accuracy of research, performance of trading platforms, and some other features so that you can figure out yourself which broker matches your requirements and with whom you should open your account. So let's get started. So starting with the company background, as usual, Fyers is a discount broker launched in the year 2015. Since it's a discount broker, they do not have much of an offline presence and they are a member of BSE and NSE. HDFC Securities comes from HDFC Bank, a full-service stockbroker launched in the year 2000. They have branches and sub-broker offices across 250 locations across different parts of India. We are exclusively talking about HDFC Security branches and not the HDFC Bank ones. Like Fyers, HDFC Securities is a member of BSE and NSE. BSE stands for Bombay Stock Exchange, NSE National Stock Exchange. Account opening. Now, Fyers give you free demat and trading account. They do not charge you anything, but they have an AMC, annual maintenance charge, in place of 400 rupees that will be charged every year from your account. HDFC Securities charges you around 1000 rupees to open the trading account with them. 750 rupees is the maintenance charges you are supposed to pay them every year. So certainly from the expense point of view at the upfront, HDFC Securities is the one that is more expensive. In terms of brokerage, again, now Fyers has recently remodeled their brokerage rates. Earlier they used to charge 100 rupees at max. Now they are charging rupees 20 at max per executed order. HDFC Securities, on the other hand, charges you a specific percentage of your trade value. Now, let's say you traded for 1 lakh rupees worth. For that particular segment, or let's say being equity delivery, you are going to be paying 0.5% of 1 lakh, that is 500 rupees as brokerage only. So minimum is 25. So there is certainly something is going on there in terms of the calculation. You need to figure out yourself as well. You can do that by using some of the calculators we have designed at our digital blogger, both for Fyers, HDFC Securities and around 80 other brokers, where you can figure out what are the different brokerage rates, other taxes, and what's going to be the final profit you are going to make when you are a client of either of these brokers. To use them, so this is the calculator for HDFC Securities. You can see here there are different segments that you can use. Let's say we go ahead with equity intraday. We go ahead with buy price of 100, sell price of 120, number of shares being let's say 100 again, state being anyone, let's say Andhra Pradesh. You click on calculate. All the charges including the brokerage rate, everything will be done here and you will be actually paying on this number, and finally the profit from this particular trade is going to be around 1982 rupees. Similarly, you can do that for Fyers. In fact, you can do that for more than 80 brokers here, and go ahead and do the same maths. You need to just put on these numbers here and click on calculator. So once you keep on doing that, you will be figuring out the overall profit here. We're making 10 rupees more as compared to HDFC Securities because you're going to pay lesser brokerage or taxes here. So do these calculations and make sure that you understand how exactly you're going to pay to each of these brokers, and then you can make a corresponding choice for yourself. So this was brokerage. Next up we have exposure or leverage. For people who do not understand this, well, this is basically a short-term loan offered by your stockbroker at a specific rate of interest. It can be 15, it could be 20, 23% depending on your overall turnover, your profit patterns with the broker. Now in this case here, Fyers gives you 15 times for intraday and 3 to 5 times for delivery. HDFC Securities goes up to 20 times for intraday. Now it really depends. Let's say if you have 10,000 rupees in your trading account balance, Fyers will allow you to trade up to 1.5 lakh. HDFC Securities will up to 2 lakhs for intraday trades. In other segments, well, for HDFC Securities, there are multiple other factors, but more or less they are around 3 to 5 times. Fyers goes up to 5 times as per their policy. So it really depends on what kind of segment you're looking to put your money into. For intraday trades, HDFC Securities is marginally better than Fyers when it comes to exposure. Similarly, customer service, Fyers is a discount broker. Let's face it, discount brokers do not have much of the customer service support going on with their clients. They give you email support and phone. Yes, there are some exceptions there within discount broking as well, but Fyers is certainly not one of them. So when it comes to the turnaround time of the resolution of your problem or the skill set of the executive who you actually talk with, Fyers has a lot to work upon. HDFC Securities has a much more professional staff. The turnaround time, there is a specific process, a streamlined process rather, that they follow. Email support, live chat, phone and offline branches are the communication channels that are offered by this bank-based stockbroker. So for customer service, you can easily pick HDFC Securities over Fyers for sure. Then we have research and trade products. Now, full service stockbrokers generally provide you all kinds of tips and recommendations, and so is the case with HDFC Securities. They provide you daily tips, recommendations, quarterly analysis, news alerts. They keep you on the move for that matter on what exactly is the market movement working on, what's the momentum, what's the trend. So you will get all that kind of information through different channels, be it SMS, email and the trading platforms, of course. Fyers doesn't do any of that. This is a discount broker, rather a conventional discount broker, and they do not have research as one of the USPs. Yes, they do provide you news alerts, but that's the only thing that you can expect from them. Trading segments, you cannot trade directly in IPOs or commodity if you're a client of Fyers. HDFC Securities does not have a provision to invest in commodity for its clients either. So it really depends what kind of trading segments you are preferring, and based on that you can make a choice. For IPOs, just to give you a quick note, you can apply, but you can use ASBA for that matter. For IPO application. There are some other features as well. For instance, market tips, margin funding, relationship managers, 3-in-1 account. All of that is provided by HDFC Securities. Now, what exactly is a 3-in-1 account? So your trading account and your bank account gets integrated automatically. So in case you have a request to transfer the funds from one to another, it will happen automatically. You don't really need to do it manually or at your own, and you just need to click a few buttons here and there. So as you can see, just from an overview point of view, Fyers as of now is just giving you the cost advantage, and if that is what you're looking for, well, then that is one of the good options that you can explore. As the Securities, or however, gives you different values, but of course it charges you for those values too. Now we'll spend some time talking about the trading platforms. The trading platforms include the mobile application, the web-based browser application and the terminal software. We'll start with the mobile app, and for that we need to check out the Google Play Store. So let's start with the mobile app of Fyers. It's called Fyers Markets, rated at 3.8 by around 230 users, out of which around 23.3% of them have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score is around 76.7%. The overall industry average is, however, 81%. If you look at the stats here, the last update was done on 27th of March 2017. This is really hard to understand because it's coming from a prominent discount broker who are stereotypically known to have a better focus on technology as compared to other sort of brokers here. But in this case here, clearly around 8 months have passed and there has not been even a single update done on this mobile application of Fyers. Number of installs 10,000 to 50,000. There are definitely some problems here. There is no price alert feature, so that needs to be added for sure. There's a limitation of number of technical indicators. So if you are an intermediate level of trader, or let's say advanced level of trader, then you will see that the technical indicators that you would need for analysis, they are less, they are limited in number. Then there is some issue in loading at times, specifically if you are living in a smaller city or using a lower internet connection bandwidth of internet. Then there are some issues with the login and logout functionality as well. So you can see clearly there are some concerns at intermittent levels, and certainly they need to improve on their update frequency cycle, man. Come on, we're talking about a discount broker and who is supposedly positioning itself in the likes of Zerodha, or let's say rather 5paisa for that matter. So there are brokers who this broker is benchmarking towards. When we look at the stats here, it gives a very different picture. So in a sense, it's disappointing. On the other hand, if we talk about the mobile application of HDFC Securities, now this is rated at 4.1. Surprisingly, look at the number here. More than 20,000 users have rated this app. So the sample size is definitely much bigger and much more trustable. For that matter, around 11.5% of these users have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score in this case is around 88.5%. The update frequency in this case you can clearly see here. The last one was done on 17th of November 2017. Generally they update their mobile app in a range of 3 to 4 weeks, which is certainly a good frequency. Number of installs 5 lakh to 1 million. So from numbers point of view, the application is pretty good and can certainly be recommended. There are few concerns. For example, if you're looking to access the portfolio section, well, you might find yourself some trouble there. If you are living in a smaller city, then there are some connectivity issues. Other than that, this application is recommended. You can actually go ahead and test out the guest login and figure out yourself for that matter. So as far as a mobile app is concerned, between HDFC Securities and Fyers, go with HDFC Securities. Continuing with HDFC Securities, if we talk about the rest of the trading platforms here, they give you HDFC Sec. Now this is a web-based browser application. It is responsive in nature. That basically means you can use it across devices, be it web, be it a mobile application, be it a tab sort of device. So it really is customizable from that point of view. Number of features are pretty exhaustive and you can perform your technical or fundamental analysis to any length whatsoever. The pretty good number of features there. Since it's a full service stockbroker, they give you research reports, tips and recommendations within the application here. Then there is Blink, which is a terminal software, much more exhaustive when it comes to number of features. User experience is also pretty good. Similarly, there are things like shortcut keys. You can just use a single interface to place the order across different segments. Similarly, you can place your monitoring at a trade book or order book level, or you can even find your net position within a single video. Then the problem here is, rather I would say collision here is that this is not free. You need to pay around 3,000 rupees if you want to access this for 6 months, and then for a yearly cost it's around 4,000 rupees. So you have to pick a choice. If you want a high performance application like HDFC Securities Blink, you can go ahead and do that. Now if you want to have the detailed understanding of this, you just need to click on this link here, and then you can correspondingly find the detailed review with positives and negatives of all these trading platforms one by one. We've talked about the mobile application already. One thing that needs to be added to the earlier conversation is that it's available in around 12 different languages, including Indian languages at a regional level. So certainly if you look at the trading platforms offered here, all of them have something to offer depending on the user's preference, and you can make a choice as per your requirement too. Now once we've talked about HDFC Securities, let's also see what Fyers Securities has to offer. So for terminal, Fyers gives you Fyers 1. Again, this is a decent application. Number of features are good here. The user experience can be improved. The design is a little bland, but still, if you talk about the overall exhaustiveness of features, or if you want to perform your any sort of analysis there, everything will be available. They also give you thematic level investing, which we will cover in a different video, but that is one different proposition that they are providing to their clients. Then there is Fire Market. The mobile application needs to be improved. Improved on the frequency cycle. Rest can be taken care automatically. Then if we talk about the web-based application, it's called Fyers Web Trader. Well, this is one big weak loophole in the overall trading platforms offered by this broker here. It's very bland, very basic. Number of features are limited. So if you are a beginner, even then you will probably hit a wall very soon, but it's certainly a big no when it comes to intermediate or heavy level traders. Fyers Web Trader has a lot to work upon, and as of now it is not a platform that we can recommend for any sort of trading for that matter. Now if you want to pick, depending on the trading platforms, we talked about this, Fyers 1 or HDFC Securities Blink. It comes to the terminal based solutions. Blink is paid, Fyers 1 is free, so you can go with Fyers 1 for that matter if you are looking for a free solution, but a high performance application like HDFC Blink is something rare. Then web-based browser application, there is not really much of a caution there. Certainly you can go with HDFC Sec. Fyers Web Trader has a lot to improve. Mobile application, again we have talked about out that the HDFC Securities mobile app is way better than the one offered by Fyers. So coming back to the point of your preferences, and make sure that you pick your broker based on those requirements only. So that is the comparison between Fyers and HDFC Securities. We have talked about multiple aspects here. Now you to see what you need, and based on that you can make a choice for yourself. However, if you want us to recommend you, assist you with the broker selection based on what you need, you can check out this link here, digitalblogger.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details, put in your preferences, and we will set up a callback for you absolutely free. If you would like, go ahead and open the account for yourself. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, SlideShare and YouTube with the same handle, Digital Blogger, where we post content on a regular basis so that you stay updated with the market information. Thank you so much again for watching this video. Bye-bye.